Warm welcome everyone. So what to expect from tarot readings and tarot reader, because we have to differentiate that it's not always the same thing. The cards are showing a certain story, but also a lot depends on who is actually giving you the message. What is the background of that person? What are the intention of that person? And what to expect. And of course, tarot, for some people, it's quite scary. They have a bad connotation, and I had it too. Because, of course, thanks to, or rather not thanks to, Aleister Crowley, the black magician, it has a very bad history since he took it over. But if you dig deeper, among the centuries, popes were actually using tarot to help with the current issues, current matters. So it happened far later on, when tarot became so-called bad guy, and also the tarot cards are not really equal. So there are some good, positive tarot cards, and some that are really made by those, let's say, beings that do not have the best intentions. They are more into black magic. So, of course, you have something to be concerned about. But how does it work? What is that even for? What to do with it? Do you need it even? Because probably, if your life is very well, you do have great connection to your intuitive mind. Please do not go to, especially someone you don't know, because tarot can also confuse you, and the person that reads the cards may also confuse you, tell you things that subconsciously you will take it as true. Your subconscious mind is very receptive, so you can take it as a true, and later as, psychologically speaking, self-fulfilling prophecy. It's not for everyone, and definitely not everyone should read tarot cards. Long time ago, I did not want to read tarot cards. My way was more connected with runes, with the Viking symbols that were a magic, a whisper, also alphabet that I learned, that I love to paint. These are little paintings behind me because I'm traveling still, so I do not have my home paintings on the wall currently. But just to feel a little bit more cozy, I took some of the drawings with me and put it on the wall for now. So for some of you who don't know me yet, I'm Joanna Pilatowicz, and I not only read tarot or any other cards or insights or do a coaching for people with those deeply shamanic psychological backgrounds. I'm also an artist, I'm a painter, I'm a writer, I'm also a dancer, but mostly what I'm doing in the communities with people and the talks, especially on the Polish side of this channel, is to connect us, to bring us to another level together, because I do believe in together. We're not going to go very far if we not cooperate, if we not let go of certain emotions between us and certain situations. But anyway, coming back to the point, to the tarot readings, is it something that you can learn about your future? Yes, you can, and no, because tarot cards readings, they're not supposed to be predicting your future. If I do predict your future, I take away a lot from you. I can only read the energy. If you do nothing, if you will be lazy, you don't want to take control over your life, then it's very easy prediction what will happen with your life. And sometimes you do not need tarot cards to say what's going to happen. It's enough to know psychology of people, certain structure, certain posture of the body, the way they talk. You can already read someone through the very psychological background, if you have to read people about their posture, the language they use, how they present themselves, what qualities of the sentence they are using, what words they are choosing to express, to talk about, how they talk about themselves. But if you go deeper than that, you are starting to perceive also, we call it, and that is term taken from process-oriented psychology, secondary process. So something is flirting with you. It's not really there, but it's there. Something is grabbing your attention. You do not quite know what that is. And of course, these are more subtle messages from a person to person on telepathic levels, on energetical levels. Not everybody relieves that, and that's totally fine. That's why I always say, test me, test the cards. Do not believe in a word I'm saying, because it's very important that once someone reads cards for you, it does not take away the power from you from doing what you really want to do. This is just test to see where you are, what insight you can have about your life, how you want to proceed in your life. And it should be treated like that. So basically, when people come to me and they ask for the reading, I say, please don't tell me too much. Just ask me questions. I will be talking and you will test it. Does that make sense for you? Is it something that you're connecting with? Does that resonate with you? Do you agree with that? So we go the other way around. All I need from you is a question. And then I'm reading it all. And at the same time, this is not a prediction of what will happen. I'm reading the energetic structure, what is in the energy field around certain situation, people, your relationship, your money, what kind of thought forms are present in your field. This is just the beginning, because of the readings, you have amazing access how to work with yourself. And then whatever you choose, most of the times people choose to work with their ancestors' tree. Because if any blockages are coming your way, usually it's in your family, and also generations to 7 of generation, that these blockages are located as feelings, thought forms, words you're using, you don't know about it. And if you do connect with someone in a relationship, these thought forms are exchanging between partners. So for example, you can experience new thought forms because other ancestor of your partner was saying certain ways to the spouse, like, hi, my sunshine. And you start to using those words, not knowing why. You start to call certain things, and if people don't know about it, they start to wear energy, also sicknesses, also possibilities, good and bad, of everyone in that ancestor's tree. So it's important to know what kind of energetic clothes you are wearing. And Tarot will show you that to a certain degree. But the next step is to clear those limitations that are actually blocking you from going your own way. Where do you really want to go? So it can be only scary if someone who doesn't know what he's doing is starting to read cards, because then it can happen that you experience one big mess. The other thing is, if you go to tarot reader, you're supposed to ask certain questions about the backgrounds and the way the person talks. So if I would tell you, trust me, I know what I'm doing, don't believe me, test me. Always. The more someone is trying to convince you that it's something for you, I think you should let it go. Try it for yourself, and always be careful with the messages you hear. When I'm reading, this is also responsibility for me to not take on the karma, if you heard that word, so-called karma of other people, because I do take responsibility here how I direct or what I'm doing with that person. How am I influencing the path? Will it be positive for that person? Will it be helpful? And it's not for me to decide, is this helpful or not? It's more sort of a field. What can help that particular person? So here's another example. I had a man that was very much worrying about that was in The Hague, about his store, about his life. And the cards, unfortunately, showed the end of his life. And although I could not change that for him, I could easily tell him what is necessary to do in his life, what kind of insight he needs in this particular moment. So whether his life will end or not, it is not for me to decide. The cards have a warning to follow certain path, because if not, then of course other things may happen, then they don't really go so well. So in that particular sense, we're not supposed to never, this is an ethical thing, to say someone something like that about the life of matter and death. We can warn, we can see that certain aspects of life need to be more taken care of. That's what we can do. But if you hear something from a tarot reading, like for example, that there will be, for example, certain losses, and I will give you another here, profound true story, where someone with tears called me and told me that the tarot reader told that lady that she's gonna die, that she's gonna lose the baby, and a lot of things bad will happen, and of course call her later, so you have another reading and you pay more money. So of course I did not see anything like that in the cards. That was very highly manipulative thing to tell something like that. So if you do hear it from anybody, run away. This is a bad prediction. We're not supposed to do that. We are not supposed to say something like that. We are supposed to see the patterns of energy and blockages and clear it if that person wants it, because it's also responsibility of the other person. Do you want to change your life or not? Because not every change, for not every change we are also ready. So sometimes it's to let go, it's a better thing. Just wait a while, think, reflect on it. Do you really want this or that? And get ready, because rapid changes sometimes, they are taking the person backwards a little bit more into more fear. So it's better to do it within your own pace, how you wish it to be. So that's just another example how wrong it can go with tarot readings. And if you go to someone very irresponsible or just manipulative because of the money, because of I assume that this is actually why people do such thing, and why tarot still has such a bad connotation, and I'm very sorry about that. So if anyone should be scared, it's not about tarot, it's about people who read it. That's my personal opinion about it. What to expect more from tarot? You can get insight about your life. So when people come to me and they ask about their relationship, will it end? Will it not end? What to do? I rather like those questions. What to do? What do you want? Because the quality of the questions telling us a lot about approach to life. Are you taking your life into your control, or you allowing cards to decide for you? And my job here is to pick on it and say, hey, this is not depending on cards. It's more important what you want to do. But of course, I do understand you want to know what is going on in your relationship, and that is absolutely possible to do. So what you will learn on the realistic, materialistic level, what's going on the subconscious level, what kind of energies are between you guys, and on the energetical, like a higher intuitive mind or something profound, something from higher instant, what's going on there. Sometimes we touch on past reincarnations, that people are connected among the different timelines and timelines and lifetimes. And this is also possible to see in the... So another example. Sorry for that cut. So I'm in Barcelona for a few months now, and as some of the experts telling me that they go on sick for several months until they adjusted to a new place or something like that. I hope it's not going to be like that, because of course I'm using my voice to work. But anyway, so yeah, you can see the past lifetimes if it's necessary. Sometimes it really is not. It's just better to focus on the now, here and now, and to see where you want to go with this relationship. What is going on? Why you guys met? What for? As soon as you understand more, expand your consciousness, you have more abilities to act, to see what you can do. Among the years, I was coaching and reading tarot for quite a few women, very unhappy in their love but could not let go. And probably we all went through something like that, when we cannot let go, when something is holding us back for 10 years, some 20 years. Sometimes these are marriages that are going on for 30 years, and people do understand. They don't go along together, but they stay from different reasons, because it's comfortable, because of whatever it is. And here again, not always is the best advice, so you're not going to hear from me advice. I'm trying not to do that, although some of the people are very, very persistent, and if they ask me that question, what would you do if you were me? So basically that is a bad comparison, because we have always different structure, but that is safe enough to say something. If I were you, if I would be in that situation, I probably would do this and this, but we do not know for sure until we are in this situation. Another very important aspect of the tarot reader, or anybody that you come for assistance or insight, is a non-judgmental approach. So I do have enough understanding to not judge anyone's choices. It's important because you absolutely need to feel safe, even if you know that logically it makes no sense to choose this or that and make a bad decision. Everybody tells you it's a wrong. But if we release the judgment of that, we can go deeper in a safe place, while your soul, while your essence is doing things that you know they are not serving you, but you are very much drawn to that. So for example, addictions. If we work with cards on addictions, that is very much related to your family. And without working with family constellations and do those constellations, it's often impossible to understand more and release that addiction. Usually addictions are a deep, deep call for some sort of understanding, spirituality, and the body is reaching out the quickest possible way to help yourself with the better feeling. So those people are feeling so bad with themselves that only the drugs, the drinking are putting them quickly in the sort of relaxed state of mind, so they can bear the day, they can go on. So that is also something that is very important to understand, instead of trying to just quit, because unsolved issue will follow you. And it is also important to take time with it. Sometimes we check also in astrology. And in astrology, if this aspect of addiction is there and it's heavy, and it depends in what constellation, you can also see the certain parts, transits, when it's going to be stronger, when you need more help, when it's going to listen up and loosen up a little bit, so you can go on. So how basically to work with it, because we do think that we 100% take control over our life, but unfortunately 90%. of that control, if you do try and if you start to work on yourself, we are run by programs, by other people's thoughts, what parents are taught us to think, feel, how to behave, and we project that on other people, and other people are perfect mirror of our own projections, and this is happening all the time, and sometimes it's very annoying. We all go through that periodically or all the time, it all depends, but the best thing you can do is to notice it and directly work with it when this is happening. So in Tarot, you can see those relations, those things, and you can get an idea how to approach it, how to work with it. But Tarot is just the beginning. It is not going to solve your life. So if you do expect that, unfortunately, I have to disappoint you, because Tarot, I had a client quite recently, and if I do read the energetic structure, what's going on there, and really what needs to be done, and this person is insisting, but is it going to happen or not, but is it going to happen or not, then of course I hear that this person is not ready to work on self because wants a certain results, and being attached to grab a certain result in life, we all know how disappointing that is, because we want something so much, and it's not happening. The more we are attached to certain outcome, the less we can see other possibilities. So I do understand that this is not a judgment, because we are all the same. We really are doing the same things. Otherwise, all that marketing and social psychology wouldn't work on us, and it does work on us. So it's far more important to understand why something is happening, what can you do about it, how to approach a certain topic, seeing that this may happen, this may not happen, but let us play, let us try, maybe this way, maybe that way. Tarot will show you a specific direction, what will await for you energetically if you choose certain path, but the choice is always yours. You are the master of your reality, of course, but you are the master of your reality only if you know what is blocking you, what is limiting you, what are those dark, let's say, forces, energies that are not allowing you to be fully who you are. And we do have that. It's like those two wolves within us. One is good, one is bad. We have them all the time. You cannot delete, burn the bad wolf, because it has its purpose. It's like a towel, the black and white symbol, sign. So we do have brightness within us and darkness at the same time. But how we do navigate between them, it's our way to master ourselves. And this is not happening overnight for none of us. None of us is free from this dark side of ourselves. And I am currently on a journey where I also have to understand better my darkness, because we all do have that. And if we do navigate better and better through those parts of us that are not loved, not noticed yet, not embraced yet, we have a better chance to come out safer on the other side. And sometimes the road is very, very bumpy, of course. So I hope I manage a little bit to clarify what can await for you. Not really a fortune teller. The only one who's telling fortune here is you, to yourself. I'm just delivering the message. And I'm thinking for you, with you, focusing on what you want to do with it. So it's more about analyzing the current situation. What do you want? Because the future is not fixed. you are with your mind, with your thoughts, with your limitations, blockages, creating another part of your road, what's in front of you. So everything is in a constant change, continuously. We change our destiny with every thought we are thinking, with every feeling. Every time we are projecting something, emanating something, or we receive something. You cannot do both at the same time. You breathe in or you breathe out. You cannot do it together. So when you breathe in, think what you are breathing in. When you breathe out, think of what you want to let go. And I think I will leave you with that little homework. It's actually a powerful tool, powerful exercise, and powerful way of co-creating your reality. But we can do so much more with that. But this actually individually or on the workshops, and I will show you directly how to work with it, how to navigate through it, and how to co-create, because it's not exactly that you create what you want. You are co-creator. You need to cooperate with the current energies that are around you. So that means if you are living on the desert and you want to have a palace there, well, it's very unlikely. You can still visualize this in your mind, but it probably will take you centuries until it will happen. The earth will have to change for that. So just, an example. So, when we think of something what we want, we take into account every possibilities, how we can create it and draw it to ourselves. And we always draw what is potentially closest to us in the field of the energy. Okay, so this is it for now. If you would like to try a tarot reading, please go to my website. It's working. It says that it's not secure, but it is. I just have to make sure that, of course, someone is testing this website for me. But there you have a little bit more what to expect, what choices you have. You can test it out, take a little bit of the minutes, ask me one question. And yes, if you do have a challenging situation, I do a number of readings that are less considering price, and then you just write me email, write a question, and we can also see what is possible to do for you here. I'm not taking any more so many those people, of course, because this is all energy. It's not working like I read you a cards and it's all done. I may have still a dream about you. I may still have an insight, and those people that work with me, they also write me sometimes. They write me sometimes a question, or just let me know how they're doing. I'm reading all the comments. I'm reading all the messages. I'm doing my best with it. Sometimes, even if I don't respond, I do send you positive energy, so you can go on. All right, so this is it. Pass this to anyone who actually needs assistance, insight with their life, and tarot or clearing the ancestors tree. That's a little bit more work to do, and it's also very personal. If you do like workshops about co-creating, about dreaming, types of dreams, how to navigate through your lucid dreaming when you dream or when you are awake, so visions, channeling, let me know about it. Write me a comment or email to joanna.pilatowicz@gmail.com. And I see you soon. Bye bye.